All right, welcome to day 97 out of 108 days. April 19 is quickly approaching. For 108 days, I'm going live to open up my voice to break through a energetical barrier of my hermit state that I've been in for at least the past 9 years, but I've been in I think my true voice has been blocked since I was very young. So this is my project to come back to that. And in that process, I am noticing a lot about myself. I am also studying myself. So I see my patterns and I see my behaviors. So it's very, very interesting. So it's been remarkable 97 days so far. And today I would like to speak to a question that I received the other day, yesterday maybe, about God. So, and I've been feeling a bit funky today. So, what better than to bring in the highest frequency? I was about to call this episode Resistance Times 2, because the resistance from yesterday is hanging on. So let's see. The question was, now that you are starting to talk about God more, I wonder how you think about whether God has a desire for how his creation sees him and approaches him. Do you think he accepts anything from his creation, considering how you usually tell about many different truths? Do you think God also thinks that there are many different truths? Yes, I do. I think that the uniqueness in that is available, it's like there's so many different combinations of different types. It's like your DNA is unique for you. So I believe that because we are completely unique, there has to be an individual truth for every single person, because we have completely separate experiences. And because we have separate experiences, that is the way that God intended it. So I believe that we are his creation and he created us individually. I also believe that the gateway to God is from inside. So I believe that we have our own relationship with God. And I believe that it's impossible to have that two people have the absolute exact relationship as the other, because the experience will be different. It's different because they haven't lived the same life. So because the experience is different, then the truth has to be different. Even if they are twins, they will all have a unique experience. So I think that that is the setup. I think that that's how it works, because truth is also the truth and love are the highest hierarchical energetics or powers. And that is why when any human step into their truth, everything aligns. And what I'm noticing, because God was not my goal, I think that was a preferred not goal. For me, I find it that it would be much more easy to not end up with God, because it was such a big step for me. It's so deeply out of my comfort zone. That's why I choose it to talk about it today when I have the most resistance, and that I'm really this this challenge, it's challenging something inside me that hits a certain aspect of me that I didn't even know existed. And that also brings me even closer to God, because it's the way that things are unfolding, the way that miracles are happening, these small little things over and over again, how things are falling into place, how the last 2 years has unfolded. It is nothing short of miracles. And I turned, it's everything played out that way. And now I'm here. And there is something that can't be undone. And when both me and Simba are looking into, we've been studying with so many different people and founders of so many different modalities, and we're going so deep into the somatic practices and the nervous system aspects. And when we really follow the people who came before us, most of them end up with God. So it's like all roads lead to Rome. And then I believe that everyone has their own, there's so many different ways. But it's just, with the information that I have now, with the amount of studies that we've been doing the last 10 years, and the people we come across and what we've been doing, our experience is that that's where that's just where it ends up. And everyone is talking about very, very similar things. So it's like we all end up in with the same type of answers, explained in different ways. And then there's always, these other ways that has, because everything is available, every type, whatever you're looking for. And I believe that there are many, 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 many different ways to find God. My way is not the only one. Absolutely. I mean, most likely not. For it's like there's so many aspects, and I feel very, very relaxed and comfortable in that there are multiple truths. And I love when I can meet someone who we can allow the our experiences to not be 100% the same. And I realize that that's a part of me that I can see in myself, that I wanted to create a harmony. It's like it was difficult for me in the past if we didn't align, if I didn't align like closely with the people that I had, very close to me. And I think that it's impossible. So it was like I was striving for something that would never been able to even meet, much less, uphold, because I don't think it's possible. So I can see, so that I love these. That's why I love these questions, because that triggers something in me, and I'm feeling the pressure of being understimulated in the output, because I'm a generator, and now I'm also going deeper into my human design with the lady that I was talking about that found me from my God transmission, from my body is a technology. And just how everything, falling deeper and deeper into trust, in God in that way does something for the nervous system. And because I'm also starting to speak about it more, I'm also getting feedback from clients. And I got feedback from another client today in the Wellspring saying how much she appreciated that I started talking about God, because that brought something back for her as well. So I'm noticing that in environments where, because for me this would have been unthinkable. I'm also processing other parts of my life. When I think I was 18, I ended up in a bar fight at my absolute favorite place in the world back then, a nightclub called the Q Club. It was some sort of Studio 54 type of vibe, very Ibiza vibe, but in a small town, Gothenburg. I played the part, and I had so much fun. And this incident was because there was visitors from, so it started to draw attention, so people started to show up with not the best intentions. And I was hurt pretty badly. And something in that, during that time, there was something, I broke my heart. So I realized that because the heart meridian, this is, the arms are just an extension of the heart. So that period of time broke my heart. There was a lot of incidents that have happened at the same time. And today, all of these memories started coming back, and I could feel how I started to heal my heart. Because I've also been having pain here. I think I've told you that I've been having, muscle pain here. So I'm literally healing my heart. And it's, so that's why I'm feeling yucky. It's like all of these old stuff is coming up and coming out. And I just keep, the more I fall into trust and the deeper my system relaxes, that I'm held and that I'm taken care of. And I can see that I've been taken care of my whole life in a way, because that just erases all type of victim, that it just, there's a completely different frequency in those. It's like velvet for the nervous system. And when that happens, then these other, it just sends such a strong healing frequency. And when the sympathetic nervous system is activated in that way, then the body, it receives its ability to self-heal and can just move the past out of the space. So there's a lot of that going on. And I can notice how life has been kind of organizing itself. It's so beautiful how I self-manifest and self-create exactly, that I'm giving exactly what I need to develop into the person that I'm wishing to become. And I can see how it's like, so it's a very interesting experience to be able to see what's happening in real time and not realizing it after it happened, because you always realize what happens after it happens. But now it's like I can watch it in real time, and it's a very strange experience. And I'm noticing so many deep layers in myself that is remarkable. And it's all connected to the jaw and the face. And look, it feels like I look different today even from yesterday. I mean, it's lights and daytime and all of this too, of course, but and there's so much with the voice and expression. It's almost like I'm losing the grip of who I am so I can come back to something new. It's like there's this expansion, and I doubt that this would happen, or this would have happened, unless I had put myself, because there's a certain very, very, very certain kind of pressure, and there's a very certain type of anger that I can access in myself, because I'm forced by my own choice in the past to do something that I don't want to do, but it's not even true. I want to do it. So the feeling that I don't want to do it, the resistance, is not even real. It's something that is triggered by this situation in my nervous system. And then all of these situations from the past comes up when I am not succumbing to that. So this exposure therapy is, there is something about the human needing to walk the walk of the spirit, the walk of the soul, and there's a certain courage and a certain bravery that is needed to do that. I think that's part of the thing, actually, that it's it's not a it's not a it's just not an easy road. And the funny thing is also that I have studied fairly little about this, if you if you compare to what some other people have. And I mean, Simba, for instance, he's such a study person, and I'm an experienced person. I only study what I need to learn to get to the next step that I can see and where I'm going. So we're studying for two completely different reasons. And I studied the modalities that I've needed to, like the breath work, or the yin yoga, or the Ayurveda, or the meditation, or the mantras, or the this and the that and this Chinese Tsang, all of these things, TRE, internal alchemy. I mean, there's so many. But so it's like, yeah, we're coming from completely two different places. But that, again, then we do that. Okay, so thank you for this amazing question. Because now when I'm moving through, so it's like a scraping along the spine or something. It's like old stuff, old gunk, connected to old memories, and it's like I felt lighter just releasing this today. So I'm so grateful for that, and that's why I chose to pick this topic, because what else? It's like it's like coming out, and it's like normalizing speaking, because for me this is a huge, I mean, wow. So yeah, I believe that we all have a gateway to God inside, and that's why the whole guru era is falling apart, because we don't need to go through someone else. There's a direct line, and that it has always been there, and living from that space will just set you free. I completely believe that. Like living in your own truth and having the personal power to really stand in your truth and live your truth and express your truth and dance in your truth and stand up for your truth and face your truth. And I believe that that's how you find your way. And that is why I can't, the only one who can tell anyone else how to live is God. And I'm learning, that is really falling into place now. And I can see how I learned so much about myself. And I can see how life has set me up in this way for these things to fall off. And when I realize that, and how I see how absolutely perfectly set up my circumstances are to just squeeze out, you know, as life gets better and better and better, it still finds ways to squeeze out parts of me that I yet haven't processed. It's absolutely extraordinary how it perfectly fits. It's like one button is turning this way and the other one is turning, and they go, and it's multiple experience at the same time. It's absolute magic abundance on one end, and then on the other side it's still the other things, and it's like, it's jaw dropping. And that's where I just come back to God. How else can I describe what is happening? How else can I, that intelligence, I mean, call it God, creation, source, universe, life, for me it's all the same. It's all the same. And we all find different ways to express it. People who find God find it in their whole completely different way. And I salute them all. Even the people who are living in ways that I don't, would choose myself. It's their truth. I have to accept it. And the liberation I feel when I allow that just proves that that's how I'm supposed to live, because I am done carrying weight of other people, or being weighed down of things that I'm not supposed to carry, or guilt I'm not supposed to feel, or all of it is an illusion. All of it is made up. And just, it's all from my experience in the past, that's why I call it that it's not real, because I don't have to, it's not mine to carry unless I want to. Yes, it's a little bit of work to find them, and but that's just my path 1000%. That is just out of the question that I would choose something else. And now when I'm realizing more about I found a new level of the human design. I knew that it would be connected to a person where I would go deeper, but I haven't met anyone yet who explains it on this type of energetical layer. It has been a bit too mechanical, and there's been a depth to it that I've been missing. And I know that that's not the fault of the design or the program. It's such a complex thing. It's such I think it's super complex, and again, it's super unique, and everyone who is teaching human design has their complete own interpretation of it. And that's where I really realized that you have to find your person. But that's about everything. All is energy. We all attract where we are supposed to be. We all attract who we are supposed to be with, because the ones that we are with will help us to get to where we are going next. Everything is always evolving. It's always about the next and the next and the next and the next. And in that crazy life experience, resting in the hands of God is the only thing that makes the nervous system heal on a certain type of level. That is my absolute belief system. Because when you do, there is something that happens that is enormous. And there's an alignment. And it's very interesting. interesting to say the least. That's how I know, because it just keeps opening up. It just keeps getting better and better. God, show me how good it can get. Again, the three questions. How does the body work? How does this reality work? And how good can my knowledge and my experience, like how can I learn? Like how good can it get? And then I reach a point where I find people who are quoting God saying, how good can it get? It's like, and that's just one little thing, and this just keeps happening over and over and over and over and over again, everywhere, all the time. It's just confirmation after confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. I mean, I don't know. I'm just reporting what I'm noticing. I might be wrong, and then I will say that tomorrow. But so far, it's magical, especially looking in hindsight. Oh, and I've been massaging my eyes so much that people think that there's something wrong with me. Like, wow, you look so tired. And I'm like, oh, it's because I do this all the time. I'm releasing tension in the eyes that is releasing the past and the whole fascia in the face. So because the memories and the experiences and the frequencies and the level of consciousness and everything is in the fascia, and it's dehydrated. So when we have to hydrate the fascia, so hydrating the fascia in the face is of course going to do things to the way that you look. And then I get challenged with that as well. Like, I didn't see that coming, and that triggered something completely different in me. So changing environment is, as I said, it will be a little bit of time before everything kind of. So I'm excited, because that means I'm just gonna, more and more things are gonna come up. So I'm taking the opportunity, leaning in and feeling good in it. But it's challenging at times, I have to say, especially for the ego. I'm noticing that, but it's also so interesting, because this is topics that I'm talking about with in other spaces. So again, it's the interconnectedness and how it comes up. So it's just, again, it's an extraordinary thing to watch unfold in real time. It's coming to a point where, sometimes it's just nice to just not be in it. Not be so aware about it all the time. And I understand why. It's okay. It's okay. It's an experience, and we just gotta tag along. I had some ideas about sharing a topic of letting go today, because that is what I'm doing. I just have to. Now, oh wow, I've been doing that. Oh wow, I've been having this low key reaction to this type of. Oh wow, oh wow, oh, it's like I'm being guided into silence and just accepting, and it's so good, because I find something that is challenging and unexpected. I know that's then what it's going to be opening up is just even more fabulous. And that brings me to God again, because all I hear is people saying, I hope, please God, never stop making me be in awe of your work. So that means it just keeps on going. So I get confirmation and confirmation. So it just, life doesn't end. So it's just finding that alignment is extraordinary, really extraordinary. And also the energy around the mouth. When I realized, okay, what is the okay, so what is the expression that it feels like it would wipe away all that energy? When I was like, okay, what would be the expression that would just consume, or not consume, but just override that energy and that expression? Okay, guess, and I'm going to do it in 3, 2, 1. Like smiling, laughing. Of course, happiness is like I'm fire element everywhere. Happiness is my natural state. And when I smile and I laugh like this, it's like, oh, it's like that's who I am. So it's all coming back to that natural state. So that's what the alignment is. Interesting. I mean, this is not what I was looking for. Of course, I was looking for happiness, but I thought that happiness came from when I had my all external stuff in order. Still, there's a part of me that still believes that so deeply. It's so deep, that programming. There's the scarcity and the fear is just it's so well ingrained. And that's why I love this process, because it's intelligent. It's fascinating. It never stops showing you what is possible. Because it's not, oh, I get to a certain state and then it's, or stage and then it's done. No, it never ends. Once you see it, it can't be unseen. If you enjoy my work, please like and subscribe. I saw that someone unsubscribed today, my first unsubscriber that I've noticed, because I've had 88 followers and I love the number 88. And then I came in today, it's like 87. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's how that feels. Multiple truths. It's all right, it has to be true. I can't want 88 because I don't have 88. That's not the truth. I mean, it will get there. Someone else is going to arrive. Maybe because I started talking about God, who knows? This process, very interesting. And I mean, it's just so exciting. And now when I'm starting to be alone a lot, I'm like, I don't want to be alone. It's like what my mantra for my life. Like, I just need to get to a place where I can be left alone. And that was true, but apparently it was just for a little while. Not in that extent, but I can feel that something is shifting inside of me, and that's very cool. So I have to report, because I reported differently. So now when it changes, I have to report back. And also this forces me to express myself, because I'm noticing that the life experience is going to put me in a position where I will spend a lot of alone time. So I'm being called into silence. I can feel it very deeply. And that is a reminder of how lonely I used to feel when I was a child. So now I'm merging, heat up my spine when I said that. So yeah, okay, it's this. So it's the abandonment and some sort of loneliness that is intertwined with the hermit kind of. So the silence will trigger that. So I will meet the last stuff about that. I can feel it, because that freaked me out. Being alone and being in silence have always, like, oh my God, just respite. And now my feeling was, oh, and I was like, oh, what was that? Why do I react like that? And I was like, what was that? Oh, there's a layer of that is gonna be. And as Simba is going to Jakarta for 10 days in 10 days or something like that. So it's like, you can't make this up. And this is how it's been for years. Like, you can't make this stuff up. It's just, oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course, of course. Okay, so if you enjoy my reportings, please like and subscribe. I comment if you have questions. I would love to respond to comments. And I think that, I'm looking forward to the 19th. And it's not that I don't want to do this. It's just I'm noticing that something's going to happen. I don't have much patience. And that's connected to this layer in the nervous system that the God energy is providing, that I can finally feel rest in that energy. So I know that that's going to be slowly. Okay, now I'm very tired. Thank you for today. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for all the support that I get and all the comments that I'm getting in the group and elsewhere. And I appreciate you very much. And I love you very much. And yeah, I really, really, really enjoy it. And I'm very grateful. So I'm grateful for you showing up, and I'm very grateful for me for showing up. And this really is an important piece of my puzzle. So thank you. See you tomorrow.